Hello and welcome to another of my film reviews. This episode I am reviewing an independent film called Indemnity from 2012. This is by Z Dietz 3 Productions, and the director is David Dietz. Now, I'm not sure what I'd class this as really. It's kind of part way between a short film and a feature. It's kind of the film equivalent of a novella, I suppose. It's under an hour, but it's not much under an hour. So I don't know what you would class it as really. Anyway, the synopsis for this film says, a man on the run from his ex-lover, who has sworn to kill him, takes refuge in a rural bar where he finds an unlikely ally in the local bartender. As the man opens up to the bartender over many rounds, the bartender, who is battling demons of his own, begins to wonder if the man is merely a victim of circumstance or if he holds a much darker secret. Now, there's an odd start to this film. It's a little bit difficult to tell what's going on, and part of the reason for that is because there is outdoor filming at night and the quality isn't fantastic, but it does get better. The sound throughout the film in places is very quiet, which is kind of distracting, a little bit annoying. The acting's okay. There's some good humorous moments in it, and there's some good makeup effects in it, which are pretty decent. There's a fight scene in it between the main character and a couple of other characters, which, whilst it isn't excellent, it is decent enough. It works relatively well. There's a pretty good twist at the end. Now, this is a vampire film, and I'm not a huge fan of vampire movies on the whole, but it's a pretty good film with some good ideas, and on the whole, it works well. As with all independent low-budget movies, there are some parts where the lack of budget becomes obvious, and more obvious than does in other places. But overall, it's not a bad film. And I think that, if it could have some more money put into it, I think that it could be made into a decent film. It's only got a small cast, so it wouldn't take too much to kind of redo this and make it into quite a decent looking film with just a little bit more money. But it's not, as I say, it's not a bad film. It's not very often that I see review films or I see films and I think that they're bad. There are elements to them that aren't that I don't think are done very well, or they may not be to my taste or my kind of thing, but not bad, because people go out there and they put themselves out to make the films, and they put a lot of work and effort into them, even if they're working with $1 million or they're working with like 10 cents. It's they've put everything into it that they possibly can, and I applaud them for doing that. And I wouldn't say that this was a bad film at all. So I will put a link up to it, as I always do. Go and check it out for yourselves and see what you think, and let me know, because I'd be really interested to see what other people think of these films that I'm reviewing. So there you go. That's it. Indemnity. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye.